You know, I'm starting to worry that what my dad said to me when I was younger is true, that I'm always going to be surrounded by terrible music. It was top 40 when I was in middle and high school, and now as a wage slave, it's 80s pop and popular music. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 5 worst songs of 1986. Before I go any further, I'd like to make my viewers aware that this video is not an attack on the artists themselves, but a criticism of the music with their name on it. My understanding is that musicians, especially popular musicians, are mostly puppets of the industry, and that in the society we live in, the creation of music is not based on artistic value, but on the potentiality to profit. 80s pop and popular music, which mostly consists of new wave, funk, dance rock, and post-punk, has been played in grocery stores across at least the South and Midwest since at least 2011, which means grocery store radios are entering at least their 14th year of playing these same songs on repeat. Though some stores still play 60s and 70s hits, others play 90s and 2000s, some will play music from the past 10 years, and others will play a mix of all 4 eras. My store kind of does that, but it's predominantly 80s, and there still isn't much variation. Not when I hear Girls Just Wanna Have Fun twice in a 6-hour time span. I personally have been subject to this garbage since I first joined the workforce in 2019. 6 years of this. At first I didn't mind it because it was something different from the slop that's played by Top 40 radio and sung by adolescents my age, but then I started noticing just how awful it was. The singing, the music, the monotony, the lack of variation in both individual songs and the playlist, and the fact that I was beginning to associate these songs with the increasingly evident serfdom. Honestly, I don't know how my fellow retail workers do it. Like, how do you guys not go insane? The music has even started to haunt me in my dreams. Something I found out in between my 5 worst songs of 83 and this video is that it actually is a corporate thing, and not just someone at the top with a Viagra boner for new wave. Apparently it's supposed to evoke nostalgia, which anyone born in the late 80s to now will never have, and is only something that anyone older than an early millennial can claim. And also the argument of licensing fees and royalties. Because I guess the public domain no longer exists, and nor does royalty-free music. Or, you know, just do what Aldi does and give us some peace and quiet. At the very least, play more than just the same 1 to 3 songs from each artist. I probably wouldn't be sitting here ranting about this shit if I knew other Whitney Houston songs besides So Emotional, I Wanna Dance With Somebody, and How Will I Know? Or other Gloria Estefan songs besides 1, 2, 3 and The Rhythm Is Gonna Get You. Or any other Eddie Money song than Take Me Home Tonight. Which, speaking of that song, guess what number 5 is? Whoa. Yeah. Anyone else think this guy sounds way too much like a high school frat boy? I mean, if he's not whooping and hollering, he's yelling. He'll actually settle down for 2 seconds to sing the chorus. What's sad is he was 37 when this song was released. What's funny though is I've never heard of this guy beyond this song. And even when he died in 2019, I didn't hear anything about it. Unlike Prince, who I only know about because he passed away. Weird how a guy can die in obscurity, and yet this one song is still prevalent in grocery store radios. The song features Martha Davis of the Motels, who I'm guessing is responsible for that female sounding in the middle of the song. God, man, maybe if I was the last remaining Neanderthal, I could jam out to this bullshit singing, but no. It's an annoying song that never ceases to irritate the crap out of me anytime I hear it at work. Say, if we're gonna create a stateless, classless, moneyless society, can we do away with the money bloodline along with actual currency? Please, comrades. Number 4 is Take My Breath Away by Berlin. This is probably the most boring song of 1986. I remember hearing this song being played every day when I worked at Country Mart, and it seems they dropped it. No surprise, the song isn't very upbeat, and it's a slog to listen to. The singing is really whiny and annoying. Like, damn, who hurt you? That's all I remember about this song. That and the reverberated drum machine. It sounds like the kind of song you fall asleep to when business is slow or when you're driving to or from work. I can't really think of any reason the song was popular other than the actual lyrics themselves. I guess this hopeless romantic stuff is timeless. Number 3 is Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles. All the old paintings on the tomb, they do the stand-down. Oh, hey, oh. Oh, hey, oh. Way-oh, 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 way-oh. How many more times, dude? How many more fucking times am I gonna have to hear this shit before it finally disappears? It will one day, just as jazz and blues from the 1930s did. But my god, that day cannot come soon enough. The singing is so damn incessant. Please shut the fuck up. It's worse than that fucking yeet sound effect that people put in meme videos. It's bad that I can fucking make this song out amidst reverb and muffling and the sounds of machines clanking and revving to life, and immediately just want to go into a freezer or something for the next 3 minutes to get away from it. No, I don't want to listen to this shit again. I've already heard it 700 fucking times. One thing I will give this song, and really every other 80s song I've talked about, it gets me to stop worrying about how batshit fast time has been going since the pandemic. Because the further I go into time, the sooner these songs will finally be dropped from the grocery store radios. So I have something to look forward to other than my eventual Alzheimer's diagnosis and death. Number 2 is I Can't Wait by New Shoes. Who? Which record executive approved this? Why on earth did this get released? Dun 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 dun. I swear to fucking god I'm in the wrong timeline. If there are gods of time, I appeal to you, please take me and put me in a timeline far the fuck away from anywhere. Shit like this is not only passed off as music, but is played over grocery store sound systems 10 times a day, even 40 years after it's released. I can't wait. I can't wait until they finally abandon the 80s playlist permanently. When I first heard this song, I thought it was from the 2000s or 2010s, because it honestly reminds me of something that Britney Spears would put out. So at least I can say it sounds like it's ahead of its time, but it's still annoying as fuck, especially after hearing it for the 800th time. Shut the fuck up. No more. I don't want to hear that song again. Number 1 is going to be a two-way tie between Two of Hearts by Stacey Q and Venus by Bananarama. Ugh! I pushed the needles into my ears! I guess I couldn't just pick 5 songs this time. Two of Hearts was originally going to be number 2 on this list, funny enough, but after looking into Venus, I found out that it's a Shocking Blue cover song. And though Venus is bad enough to make the top of the list, I wasn't really keen on the worst song of 1986 being a song that was originally written in 1969. Hence why I bumped Two of Hearts up. We have the worst original song of 1986 and the worst cover song of 1986. Starting with Venus, it sounds like a bad ripoff of Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. At least that's what I thought it was at first. Goddess on the mountain top. Wait, what the fuck? Tell me the singing doesn't sound like Bon Jovi. Bananarama can be forgiven because the original song kind of sounds the same, so it's probable that Bon Jovi ripped off Shocking Blue. But at least both bands made a decent effort. The Bananarama cover of Venus is just soulless. They at least kept the guitar intro in, but even that is snuffed out by the incessant sound of the synthesizers and drum pads. And I don't know what it is with the singing, maybe it's just hearing it every day for 6 years, but I feel like they're singing it way too enthusiastically. And in an ill-meaning way, like it's almost as if the cover is trying to get under my skin with its existence alone. The Jaguar roar in the song isn't really helping it either. The whole cover is an exercise in trying way too hard to sound hip, new, and energetic, and is ultimately shot on from a great height by the original. Hate to say it's Shocking Blue, but Bananarama kind of dragged their name through the mud here. And Two of Hearts is just fucking weird. Meow, 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 meow. What is that noise? And it plays intermittently throughout the song. Meow, 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 meow. Seriously, what were they thinking when they made this in the studio? What were they aiming for? Was it something unique? Because the song sounds uniquely bad. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, last time, I promise. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. It's annoying, isn't it? Now imagine hearing that for twice a day for 14 years. 14 years. Could you do that? Could you handle it? No? Then retract your dislike this fucking instant. This doesn't even fit well as a dance song. Like, I can't help but imagine someone doing the most uninspired, dull moves to this song. Is that weird that I imagine that? Either way, this song has no energy at all. It's annoying beyond belief, and oh god, the singing on this one too. Two of Hearts, I need you, I need you. What do you need me for? Fuck! And of course, the first verse makes this sound like fucking... The fucking first verse sounds like... It makes this sound like a song about being horny. Really? Is nostalgia really a factor in putting this song on grocery store radio? I feel like if people want to listen to this kind of music, they'll listen to WAP or something. Not that I condone listening to music made by a former stripper that used to drug and rob her customers, but still, plenty of newer music that doesn't play the same fucking annoying ass sound like an autistic kid playing with the same toy for 12 hours a day. Wow. So there you have it. The 5... technically 6 worst songs of 1986. Dishonorable mentions go to What Have You Done For Me Lately by Janet Jackson, Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, Stuck With You by Huey Lewis, and Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. Danger Zone would probably be at the very bottom of this list even if I managed to make it a 10 worst songs list, and that's because of the halfway sarcastic cover by Varg Skeletor during his Microsoft Flight Sim stream, and the metal cover by Children of Bodom. Great job, you two. You redeemed a Danger Zone for me. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, share the video far and wide, leave your thoughts, your own list, a hate comment, whatever you might want to drop, and please subscribe for more content like this because there will be more. And click the bell to get notified when I upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye, guys.